The abrupt and stunning vanishing act of one of the most anticipated and talked about APS-C mirrorless cameras of the 2025 product cycle, the purported Canon EOS R5 Mark II, is a corporate masterclass in product positioning and market manipulation, offering a far more profound look into Canon's long-term strategic roadmap than a simple product launch ever could, sending shockwaves and whispers of supply chain optimization, profit margin prioritization, and next-generation sensor technology through the entire digital imaging industry and the dedicated EOS R system user community. Enthusiasts, professional photographers, and content creators, many of whom have invested heavily in RFS lenses and the Canon crop sensor ecosystem, had pegged the R5 Mark II as the definitive hybrid workhorse camera, ready to revolutionize the mid-range mirrorless market by delivering unprecedented speed, a new level of computational photography prowess, faster DigicX processing, and enhanced 6K video tools alongside superior in-body image stabilization performance, effectively closing the technological gap with its larger, more expensive full-frame RF mount siblings. However, the expected reveal or high-profile teaser campaign has dissolved into an opaque silence, with multiple authoritative industry reports now indicating a quiet, calculated product postponement, potentially pushing the release of the Canon R5 Mark II deep into the 2026 calendar year, a move that, while initially disheartening to the eager Canon faithful, subtly underscores a calculated maneuver designed to safeguard the company's crucial premium full-frame segment while simultaneously ensuring the R5 Mark II launches as an undeniable, generation-defining technological leap when it finally arrives. To truly grasp the gravity and strategic nuance of this decision, one must first recall the overwhelming, almost immediate success of its predecessor, the original Canon EOS R5, which, upon its 2022 debut, instantly secured its position as a global sales phenomenon and a cornerstone of Canon's evolving mirrorless lineup. Celebrated universally as a compact yet formidable prosumer camera that flawlessly balanced high-end performance with remarkable portability and affordability, boasting a high-resolution 32.5 megapixel APS-C CMOS sensor paired with Canon's industry-leading dual-pixel CMOS AF2, an intelligent and hyper-responsive subject tracking autofocus system featuring advanced deep learning algorithms for precise human, animal, and vehicle detection, all while shattering expectations with blistering electronic shutter burst speeds reaching up to 30 frames per second and a robust mechanical shutter speed of 15 frames per second, and equally catering to the burgeoning videography market with stunning oversampled 4K/60p video recording and cinematic Full HD 120 frames per second slow-motion capabilities. This potent feature set, housed within a durable magnesium alloy chassis with comprehensive weather sealing and an impressive 7-stop corrected IBIS system, cemented its legacy as the ultimate blend of value, performance, and ruggedness at a mere 612 grams, making the question of why Canon would delay such a successful camera's inevitable successor the central mystery of 2025. Initially, the most straightforward and palatable explanation revolved around the ubiquitous post-pandemic industry challenge, supply chain bottlenecks or acute global semiconductor shortages, issues that have plagued virtually every major camera manufacturer, from Sony Alpha to Nikon Z. However, this familiar narrative quickly collapses under scrutiny, given that Canon has successfully navigated the complexities of its logistics pipeline to execute the on-time, or near-on-time, launches of its highly sophisticated, flagship full-frame models, specifically the much-anticipated EOS R5 Mark II and the technology-demonstrating EOS R1, confirming the company's manufacturing and component sourcing channels are robust and operating with high efficiency, which therefore mandates a deeper search for the root cause within the internal machinations of Canon's corporate strategy and its keen analysis of a rapidly evolving global camera market dynamics. The historical role of the APS-C segment, to serve as the vital, lucrative entry point for new users into the sprawling EOS ecosystem, providing an ideal, lightweight rig with the inherent telephoto crop advantage for wildlife photography and action sports capture, has been dramatically eroded and defined by the relentless march of technological progress, particularly the substantial decrease in the cost and size of full-frame mirrorless technology, this blurring of the lines has placed mid-tier full-frame contenders, such as the critically acclaimed Canon EOS R5, often selling for under the crucial $1,500 psychological price point, and the highly competitive EOS R6 Mark II, which has benefited from consistent post-launch price adjustments and promotional bundling, into direct, dangerous price and feature adjacency with the expected premium price of a new high-end R7 Mark II, thus illuminating Canon's core financial motivation. From the rigid perspective of corporate financials and investor returns, Canon realizes a significantly higher revenue stream and gross profit margin from the sale of full-frame R-series bodies. Crucially, these higher-end bodies act as powerful anchors, compelling customers to immediately invest in the company's most expensive and highest margin products, the premium, professional-grade RF L-series lenses and a host of proprietary Canon accessories, thereby creating a deeper, more financially entrenched customer lock-in within the expensive ecosystem. By deliberately holding back the release of a potentially disruptive, high-performance R7 Mark II, a camera that could, by virtue of its exceptional features-to-price ratio, cannibalize the sales of the R6 Mark II or the R8, Canon is executing a brilliant, albeit frustrating, product segmentation strategy that intentionally nudges the waiting, frustrated consumer base toward the more profitable full-frame upgrade path, a subtle form of demand redirection where the absence of a desired mid-tier product serves to propel sales of a higher margin one. This strategic product scheduling is not unique to the Canon Corporation. It appears to be a systemic trend across the entire mirrorless camera landscape, with rivals like Nikon similarly delaying the widely speculated Z50 Mark II and Sony showing an undeniable focus on its full-frame Alpha 7 line, signifying a collective industry pivot where finite research and development capital and marketing resources are being overwhelmingly concentrated on the professional and serious enthusiast segments, those willing to shoulder the cost of premium gear, bypassing the historically cost-conscious APS-C buyer who often favors budget-friendly kit lenses or third-party optical solutions, which inherently yield lower profit margins for the manufacturer. In an increasingly contracting global camera market, where the sheer convenience and computational advancements of the modern smartphone have all but eradicated the casual photography market, this hyper-focused, profit-centric strategy is less a choice and more a necessity for the long-term financial viability of the venerable Japanese electronics giant. Furthermore, the delay is heavily intertwined with the psychology of marketing and the powerful effect of cultivating anticipation and sustained brand buzz. By withholding the R7 Mark II, Canon ensures the camera remains a perpetual source of industry speculation, community rumors, and eager discussion, keeping the Canon brand and the EOS R system consistently in the spotlight, which will undoubtedly culminate in a significantly more powerful, headline-grabbing, and high-impact product launch. When the camera finally does arrive, a phenomenon camera brands have increasingly mastered to maximize initial sales and media attention. Crucially, the current timeline dictates that the entirety of late 2024 and early 2025 must serve as the exclusive, dedicated launch window for Canon's revolutionary full-frame flagships, the R5 Mark II and the formidable R1, cameras meticulously designed to re-establish Canon's unchallenged reputation for technological innovation and professional performance excellence. Introducing a compelling, high-spec R7 Mark II simultaneously would risk massive internal competition and dilute the media's focus, as consumers might logically question the value proposition of spending $3,000 on an R6 Mark II when a near-equivalent R7 Mark II is available at half the cost. The delay is therefore an essential mechanism for protecting the premium price points and giving the full-frame models their undivided moment of marketing glory. Beyond market strategy, there's a vital technological justification for the postponement. While the original 32.5 MP APS-C sensor was groundbreaking at the time, technology advances at an unforgiving pace, and by 2026, a new generation of next-gen APS-C sensors will be readily available, offering dramatic improvements in crucial areas like native dynamic range, noise performance at high ISO, sensor readout speed for video, and power efficiency. Rushing the R7 Mark II to market with only incremental updates runs the severe risk of making the camera feel functionally obsolete within a year. whereas leveraging the extended timeline to integrate a genuinely cutting-edge sensor? One that ensures a meaningful, undeniable leap forward in image quality and video capabilities is a much sounder strategy, ensuring the R7 Mark II justifies its eventual release and high price point. Ultimately, the entire saga of the missing Canon EOS R7 Mark II serves as a stark, unequivocal testament to the fact that Canon retains absolute, meticulous control over its product lifecycle and strategic roadmap, operating not based on immediate demand but on calculated, long-term profit maximization and brand ecosystem reinforcement. The camera has not been abandoned, but rather strategically earmarked, with this extra time being a deliberate investment in integrating the latest imaging technology, refining the user interface, and perfectly timing its introduction to not only shield the existing premium lineup but also to redefine the ceiling of APS-C performance, a monumental event that, when it finally arrives, promises to once again blur the dividing line between crop and full-frame performance for a new era of photographers and filmmakers worldwide.